Oh, here we go. No. We're going back to that one. Go. You put
Chris says, why not trade Kittle and move Juice to tight end?
Wow.
What an interesting suggestion. I've never heard someone say trade Kittle. Why would you do that? Well, he did kind of come off a down season for him. His tight end coach just got traded. He's really, really great friends with Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's almost 30. I guess those would be the reasons. What do you think?
And then the reason not to trade him
is that
dead cap. Yeah, he's really good. Yeah. Dead cap numbers in 2022 is like $4.5 million. But the problem is 2023, that's $8.5 million in dead cap. Niners aren't going to put themselves in that financial situation, especially, after paying, who they're going to be paying. And then hopefully in 2 years, Trey Lance is who they thought he was. So you want to get that extension done sooner. You need all that money to get those things done. So yeah, I would not. I like George Kittle. Would I trade George Kittle? Yes, but not right now. I would wait to see where that's at. But I think the age, the injury issues with Kittle, and can his production be replaced? I don't know. I mean, there's guys that are out there, OJ Howard, and Njoku. Those guys just haven't been utilized correctly in their own offenses. Could Kyle possibly get something out of those guys in replacement of him? Right? We saw how volatile the Kittle extension was. The entire process was not smooth. You would think a guy who did what he did, that would be like a no-brainer contract. Nah, we read the Mike Silver report. It was called the massacre, because they insulted him on the price point and everything else. So yeah, I mean, I don't see why you would trade him now, but it's probably on the table at some point down the road.
Wow. The way I look at it is you definitely don't want to take weapons away from Trey Lance as he's making this transition to replace Jimmy. You want to keep Kittle and Debo and Ayuk. So, but if Kittle's doesn't want to be a part of this, and he's disgruntled about the direction of the team, then you don't really have a choice. I don't know that he is, but I guess we'll just have to see how things shake out, because it seems like he was quite vocal behind closed scenes about his preference for quarterback this past season, behind closed doors. So I don't know about moving Juszczyk to tight end, but trading Kittle, interesting suggestion. George says, I have a lot of Crips in those areas. You have to be careful. If you're wearing red, you are a walking target in LA. Be stupid, not smart. Yeah, people, if you don't know that, it's colors are a big deal in that city, and just be cognizant of the fact that you're wearing one of the colors that you shouldn't be wearing. And
yeah, forget football. There's something bigger going on around there than football.
Not like this in the Bay or really anywhere else in the country. It's something that's very specific to LA. If no one wants to pick up Jimmy in a trade, will Jimmy take a pay cut and play his trade backup to save his relationship with Kittle?
Wow. Absolutely not.
Hell no. Nope. He's got pride, and he sees himself as what do you say is a future ahead of him? A long career? I wish some of these Jimmy fans grew up in the 80s and 90s with me to know what real Niner quarterbacks look like, and they'd understand. It's an age thing, pretty much.
Or just look around the league and watch Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, guys who can do things down the field. I don't know.
All right, that's the show. What do you guys got on tap for the rest of the day in Mobile? Is it still raining?
Yeah, it's still raining.
I'm really sorry. Well,
it's all right. I mean,
what's it called? Draft picks? Are you gonna go draft picks?
No, well, not there. We gotta go find some, maybe the Waffle.
You already done draft picks. You got to see the next part of Mobile, right?
No, let's pull up to the Waffle House and let's get some breakfast. Oh! I mean, I know it's 1 o'clock or whatever, but it's man, it's
the
time
food
to
good?
eat, man. Yeah, Waffle House, hell yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah. I mean, it depends on where you go. Like certain places are just like bar food that's like mid, like whatever, like bar food anywhere that you go, but there's certain places that are better. Like we went to this spot called it's like a beer garden. I had like one of the best burgers I've had like in my life there. It was like amazing, and they had like a whole sheet, like Kyle Shanahan's play sheet is like it was like that beer. Oh, speaking of that, Grant, I gotta talk about it real quick before I go. For anybody out there, did anybody see the fake Kyle Shanahan in the stands?
Yes, he was so good. He looked exactly like him. Who is that?
He walked right past me and I couldn't resist, man. I was like, dude, I need a picture, man. It was so good. It was so perfect, man. Like, I know we talked. Yeah, hell yeah. I took a picture with him and everything. There's no way I was letting my coach walk by me and not get a picture with him. But, like, we talking too. Yeah, he was just like him, dude. He had the headset. He had the play sheet, everything, man. So what's funny is you know that we complain about like a toxic portion of the fan base, but I feel like that's just a small representation of the fan base that's on Twitter. Our fan base is awesome, man. Like for reasons like that, man. Like he walked by and I was like, Coach, I was like, ain't no way. I was like, picture, bro. And he was just like, yeah, let's get it. Dude, it's just so good. Like, no matter what happens, right? Like, no matter what happened in that game, and I guess I'll end it with this. I'll never forget the experience of being in SoFi. But this loss was easier to take because I know what's coming now. Right? Like this team that isn't like in flux in terms of like what direction are they going? Like it's Trey's time now. So it's like, okay, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for this, whatever. Cool. Now get the ball rolling, turn the page, close the book. And I think that's what makes this loss easier to handle. Is that now you know where they're going.
To me, it's like we've been watching a Netflix special for 5 seasons, and the main character like it's a great show, but it just so happens that the main character in the show, the actor, is like not that good, and they're like, man, but now in season 6, they're like jumping 20 years in the future, and it's a new actor, and it's like freaking someone really good who's at acting, and it's like, oh, this is finally going to be the best season ever, and that's how I feel. I'm really excited that we no longer have to watch the equivalent of. What kind of actor would Jimmy Garoppolo be? Which actor is he?
He's a handsome guy who gets a lot of roles. Jason Momoa.
And has like no personality every time in every movie. Who would he be? It would be.
Hold on, Javi. We're not going to slander Matthew McConaughey because
the dude from like Entourage or.
Yeah, no, that's why I said Jason Momoa.
Matthew McConaughey has way too much personality to be compared to Jimmy Garoppolo. No, Jimmy Garoppolo can never do half the things. No.
Jason Momoa is a good-looking guy who has muscles and all that stuff, and like the acting is like sub-level. That's why he was Aquaman. That's why they're asking him to be in the new Fast and Furious now at this point. Yeah, it's like
remember
okay,
Justin Long when we were kids, the guy who was in that like Accepted movie. He was in Dodgeball. Justin Long. That's Jimmy.
Yeah, these comments something else.
Yeah,
I'm not reading that.
All right, so we're talking about Jimmy. I swear we were not going to do that anymore. He's off the team. It's Trey time.